Hello everyone and welcome to another video. In this video I will play Ludicolo and pair him with a typhlosion-lead and gyarados safe switch. So the concept is that both Ludicolo and gyarados hard counter Swampert, that is very common, and then I have typhlosion for coverage against Registeel and Charmer. So the first opponent is Odran the Wizard. He leads Charizard, and this is an even matchup, but I don't want to stay in because both Ludicolo and Gyarados is much better against Charizard. So I will just stay in and tank one charge move and then switch to the safe switch. So I just take another charge move and he sends in Blastoise. And this is a great matchup for me since all of my moves are neutral and I resist both Hydro Cannon and Water Gun. But actually I miscounted the moves and he was at an Ice Beam, so that was not good for me. And then I contemplate whether I can farm down with Ludicolo or not before he reaches another Ice Beam. And I send in Typhlosion just to get a few more Shadow Claws in to have excess energy. And then I farm down with Ludicolo. And now I have a huge energy advantage against a lowland Mook. And I just need to dodge the poison charge move, which I did. And then it's just straight Ice Beams to KO him. So now I'm in a really good spot. And I will just trust Ludicolo that he can finish it off. So I also have a Typhlosion in the back with a lot of energy, but I'm not going to need him. So it's fun that in the first game Ludicolo KO'd all three of my opponent's Pokemon. Next up is a game against Tanizawa. He leads Registeel into my Typhlosion, so this is great for me. And I don't fire off my Blast Burn directly since I expect to switch, and rightfully so. And then now there's no reason to bait, so the opponent will probably just do 2 Shadow Balls in this situation. So I will shield both of them and come out with a health advantage and energy advantage, but a shield disadvantage. So this is still pretty even, and a Meganium is really bad for me actually, because even though I have Typhlosion, he still has a shield, and an Earthquake will one-shot Typhlosion. So in this situation I actually choose to send in Ludicolo to get some value of Ludicolo, because he is terrible against Registeel. So right here I will just force a shield, and hopefully I would like to waste all of the energy of Meganium, but instead he makes a nice switch and just before I reach the Ice Beam. So now I have Typhlosion against a Meganium with the charge move ready and the Registeel. So in this situation I need to have a Blast Burn ready for the Meganium. And as you saw there, Solar Beam was just reached, so I need 3 more to reach 100 energy. And from 100 energy you can do 2 Blast Burns since they are 50 energy each. So I did 3 more Shadow Claws and then fire off 2 back-to-backs Blast Burns. Next up in the third game is Eros Trinidad, and it's another Registeel lead. But this time he switches immediately into Snorlax, so I just want to get out of there so that my Shadow Claws are not double resisted. And it wouldn't really have mattered whether I had sent in Gyarados or Ludicolo, but I sent in Gyarados, and here I use a shield just to hopefully put him low so that I can farm him down, but he actually uses 2 shields, so this is great for me. And now I switch in Ludicolo again to get some value from him, and he switches in Charizard, which is actually a mistake. I guess he thought I had Razor Leaf, but I have Bubble, so this is very favorable for me. and I tried to farm down here, but I was a little too low. Maybe I should have used a charge move. But I'm still in a good position with energy advantage and an extra shield. So now I will just fire off Blast Burn and have Registeel against Typhlosion as the last matchup. So this is pretty much over already. I tried to catch the flash cannon, but I missed the timing, and now I do it again for no reason. I could have just gone for the charge move immediately. So yeah. Next up in game 4 is Floory, and it's another Registeel lead, but this time the Registeel stays in, and it makes a charge move after 7 seconds, so I know it's a flash cannon and no need to shield. And then Togekiss is switched in. I could have stayed with Typhlosion and it would have been just fine, but I want to save Typhlosion for the Registeel. And Ludicolo has a great matchup against Togekiss, so now I force out 2 shields and then I can one-shot Togekiss with Blast Burn. So now I have a 2 shield advantage and my opponent resigns. Next up in game 5 it's Jorginho, and it's another Registeel lead. So I just play it in the same way as before, but he makes a charge move after 8 seconds, so I expect a Focus Blast and shield it. So, and I also expected him to switch out, but he didn't, so now I fire off my Blast Burn and here comes the switch, which is a Swampert, and now finally Ludicolo gets to shine where he deserves to shine. So Ludicolo can just absorb all of these Hydro Cannons since they are double resisted, and I do a few extra bubbles to have excess energy for the next matchup, and then one-shot Swampert with an energy ball. So here comes a Shiftry, which is very fragile, so I will at least force out some shields with Ice Beam. Here I just try to reach another charge move, but he knows exactly how much energy I have, so he makes a Leaf Blade 1 move before I reach it. And then I send in Typhlosion to take the last shield, and now it's just a race. If he can fire off 3 charge moves before I can get to my Blast Burn. And he actually could. So it's still quite a tight game now. It's only up to Gyarados if he can feint down the Shiftry before it reaches 2 Leaf Blades. And just because it's so fragile, even though he resists Crunch, it's enough. And now Gyarados resists both of Registeel's charge moves, so he has no problem to take it down. So that was my 5-0 run with Ludicolo in Ultra League. Thanks for watching.